I believe that a lot of differences exist between these two. First and foremost, stablecoins are synthetic assets that are pegged to stable value or pre-announced fiat currencies. Cryptocurrencies, by default, do not have underlying value. The underlying value is very much defined by trust that is placed in the network that is running the said coin. And in the case of Bitcoin, there are some who argue that actually the network is far more valuable than the coin it actually carries. If you look at just a single component like governance, stablecoins need to generate trust by soliciting outside factors like auditors or bank accounts and providing clarity on how much coins are in circulation versus how much funds are accumulated from the traditional on-ramps. In cryptocurrencies, trust and governance is very much in the community and the ability of that community to maintain uptime of the network.
When we look at stablecoins, particularly those that are backed, smart contracts that have some sort of backing by what's perceived as a stable asset, I think the critical thing to manage that is really around governance of the processes, because itself it has no value. It's tied to something with an underlying value. So ensuring that that tracks that underlying asset, basically tracks in real time, because these are assets traded 24/7, tracks in the sense that if there is an event that you have recourse to that underlying asset, tracks in the sense that that underlying asset is there and it could be verified. There's some sort of proof of reserve, whether that's by a trusted third party or some sort of mechanism where you can see in real time. I mean, these are critical processes. And then even at the smart contract level, in terms of how the smart contract itself is minted and burned and transferred, there needs to be clear governance around those processes. And that's essential to maintain confidence in that stablecoin. I think when you move into these settlement coins that obviously have this stability as a characteristic, I think there's it's more of a trusted network and trusted participants. So there's centralized trust. So they're quite unique that people by default trust the process. I mean, if you look at the JP Morgan coin, they say it's redeemable 1-for-1 for this token for $1. So you trust JP Morgan has it in the designated accounts. Even if they don't, it's backed by the kind of credit worthiness of the firm. So they all have very different characteristics in that sense.
So you define some rules and you say, well, we're going to issue a coin pegged to the Swiss franc or the US dollar. And then as many you take on one side is as many as you issue on the other side, or so you promise. If you would like to have unlimited growth or unlimited potential for issuance of a digital asset, you can do so with a stable coin for as long as you are clear on what you are taking in exchange. But you are not in the position to do so if you are talking about a cryptocurrency.